The purpose of a Child Advocacy Center is to provide immediate crisis services to children when a child abuse investigation opens. Our center is able to provide a whole team approach to the child, such as forensic interviews and advocacy, mental health therapy, and forensic medical exams.
As an advocate, we can provide a range of services that include accompanying them to court or being that support for them on a daily basis. In the past, we've helped families with basic needs that we provide to them when they first come to the center or afterwards. We have helped families pay their rent, pay utilities, and everything that they need.
A forensic interview is a neutral, fact-finding conversation with a child. We use a nationally recognized protocol called Child First. It is both a blend of art and science. Trauma can diminish or enhance a child's ability to tell their story. So the art of forensic interviewing is being able to recognize those enhanced or diminished traumas, and then using our science, our skills, our trainings, we make a connection with that child and create an environment so they can tell their story.
We provide a head-to-toe exam of the child. We are doing this to make sure that their body is okay, to look for any injuries. We provide testing for any infections, and we can also make referrals for further care if there are needs identified. Oftentimes, children are visibly relieved whenever they get to hear and understand that someone who looked at their bodies is telling them that they're okay and that there's nothing wrong with them. This is just one part of the beginning of their healing journey.
So a little bit about our therapy program here. If a child has an open investigation of maltreatment, they'll come here for an interview. A couple really cool things about our program is that we don't charge, so there's no barriers to mental health services due to finances, insurance. We use a lot of different types of therapy, so it's very engaging. And we do some play therapy, we use a lot of art therapy, we use outside, we have this awesome playground. And another thing we use is TFCBT, which is trauma-focused cognitive behavioral therapy. So being in a nonprofit, we don't bill insurance, meaning there's no time restrictions on our therapy. Clients are here as long as they need our services, as long as they're continuing to heal. I had a therapy client who was referred through their advocate. They came to the CSC, when they first started, they were not speaking, they were having panic attacks. We were able to use Kramer, our therapy dog, to really emotionally regulate, and eventually they were able to graduate with this new confidence and a smile on their face for the first time.
Here at the Children's Safety Center, we offer prevention education trainings to both children and adults. Our trainings equip adults with tools to protect children. The school system and those prevention programs can only do so much, and without the caregivers and other adults surrounding that child and reinforcing those messages, it won't have the same effect.
After the end of their forensic interview and that their appointment is over, we always like to do a handprint with the child. That just allows them to know that they are not alone. Every handprint has a story, and now they know after putting theirs that theirs will be remembered.
I had a client one time years ago, and she became pregnant by her abuser. She was about 14, and I was able to take her to all of her doctor's appointments throughout her pregnancy. And she had placed her handprint on the wall upon her initial visit. And then once her baby was born, she came back and put her baby's footprint inside of her handprint, and that was really special.
I was interviewing a young child as she drew a picture with a head and a dress and legs and arms. And I asked her about the picture, and she looked at it and she said, "I drew you." And I said, "Well, tell me more about that." So she looked at the picture, then looked back at me and looked at the picture again, and she said, "It's missing something." And then she drew wings and she drew a halo. And I said, "Well, tell me, how come the wings and halo?" And she said, "Because you're the first person that's ever believed me when I told my story." It was a great honor to have been that child's angel.